Happy Saturday. No Disney phrase for Saturday, I guess. Um, I wanted to do our paper pumpkin. I meant to do it the other day. I should have just done it on Wednesday. Um, but I didn't. So how cute are these ears today? Hello. My friend Tara at Practically Perfect Delivery Service Saturday, got these. Oops. I wanted to do our paper. Done. Okay. So anyway, she got me these ears. She has, it's called Practically Perfect Delivery Service, and she picks up things in the parks, and she does baskets and delivery things. It's like super, super fun. And she'll also send things to your home as well, like as well as making things special within your hotel room. She can also do things in your home. So anyway, she happened to be at the Disney outlet and she saw these cute Tower of Terror. Yeah, Tower of Terror ears. I forget what the H is for. The haunted, I don't know. Anyway, but they're like velvet. They're like super cute. Anyway, and I love the key. I don't know. I'm just in love with them. They're Loungefly. And I just happened, she got them for me for only $7.99. And then of course she charges a little fee above, but $7.99 for a pair of ears. I'll take it. Anyway, so I wanted to do our paper pumpkin and that's about it. So I hope you're having a good Saturday. I'm just going to get started. Okay, there we go. Make sure my little stand doesn't move on me. There we go. So I wanted to remind you guys, so Paper Pumpkin is a subscription service that Stampin' Up! Provides, and it is awesome because it has, let's see, I'm trying to go, I think I'm going the right direction. No, wrong direction. I need to go this way. Sorry, my bad. So anyway, it's a month to month. You can do a month to month and it's $23.50. Okay, the month to month is great. That's what I use, is the $23.50. But because there's such an awesome deal right now, where if you sign up for my team, you know, for $129, you can choose $175 worth of product. That includes a Paper Pumpkin subscription. So if you decided to get the 12-month subscription, you essentially get you pretty much get one Paper Pumpkin free. You save $20. And that's $235. But you'd be getting 175 of that, essentially would be only $129 or something like that. And then you also get the free, not the free, but the you're also going to be getting the mini stamp cut and emboss, and you're going to be getting an additional Paper Pumpkin that they send for free when you sign up. So it's just a good deal if you guys were looking into that, or even if you wanted to choose the 6-month, you're going to save $5. And then of course you can add another $50 worth of product and you would meet your $175. And so there's a couple prepaid options, and that's a really good thing to do during celebration. Not only if you want to sign up for my team, then you'll get tons of bonuses. Now, if you don't sign up for the team and you want to just get bonuses, getting the prepaid is really good because of the fact that you can, if you get the 235, you're going to get 4 free, 4 of the $50 items, or you can get $200 items, you know, so it's a really good time to get these prepaid Paper Pumpkins in there. And so I'm actually thinking I might get one. I'm like just thinking about it. I haven't really committed yet. So we have our Paper Pumpkin kit, which is super cute this month. And when you sign up for the Paper Pumpkin stamp subscription, it comes just like this, like a little gift every single month. In your first box, they'll send you a block. And then after that, they don't send you any blocks. You see how mine doesn't have any blocks, but it does have the ink and it has the stamps. And it also mentions how there's an exclusive box set, which I have here. I have a sample of it. I actually am missing a piece, so it's not as cute as it could be. I was gonna make one for you guys on air, but I'm missing one piece. There are tops and bottoms. When you get the little box, it says bottom, but my friend and I didn't see that when we grabbed them. And so I need to get them from her. And so essentially what you would do is you just fold this down. It has a little glue that's going to hold it down, that little glue strip. I'm not putting it together because I want to wait until I get that other part. And so it's going to make a little box like that. And you can fit like 3 little nuggets in it. You could fit several kisses in it, you know, so it's a nice size, but it coordinates with this. And it has these little stickers, the key sticker, and it has these little tags. But you can also take the pieces from this kit, which will also coordinate with this pretty little box. So you can take some of the extra pieces in this kit and use it with the box, as well as the stamps. So let me grab my stuff out here. I try to do it where you guys get to see me make it on camera because I think that's just better. So you can see it's just start to finish. I'm going to get several little blocks out because sometimes, you know, it's just easier on the video. You just would get one block in your first kit and it would look like this. And then I buy these extra ergonomic blocks, which are fun for some of the smaller, you know, little stamps and other extra things. So let's go ahead and open this up. The only thing that's not in the kit is a stamp set. That's it. That's the only thing that is not in a kit. And, but everything else is in the kit, even a ruler. They even give you a ruler on the paper. So these cards, how pretty are these? Super cute cards with the little locks. I find that to be really sweet. Oh, and look at this one with the little keyhole. That's a cute idea. I hadn't thought of that. And it gives you all these directions step by step. And that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, grab my pieces and go step by step through it. Okay. And here they even show some alternatives that people have made using the supplies that are in the kit. You see, so they took some of the extra pieces that were in the kit and they added it to their box and decorated that. But you can only get these little boxes that I showed you if you're a subscriber. You can't get them any other way. And I'm going to save this little ink spot for somebody else. And I'm going to get my large pad out just for convenience, but not for, you know, you can do what you like, but it's not necessary that you have the larger pad. For a long time, gosh, it was only about 2 or 3 years ago, I started getting all the ink pads. I think it was in 2021 was the first time I started to get consciously order the large ink pads. I only had these ink spots. Some of these ink spots I've had for 15 plus years. If you take care of them and you seal them with a little bit of Scotch tape, and if you store them upside down, they hold a lot of ink, a lot more ink than you would expect. So let's go ahead and get our instructions going. Enough rambling, Jennifer. So I'm going to go ahead and I wonder if these are lined. Oh my gosh, they are. I love it when we have lined envelopes. I love decorated envelopes. I just love it. Okay, so we'll set the envelopes over here for a sec. We're going to need, not this one. We're going to need this card here. And we're going to need, I'm looking at the directions off the page. The directions show that I'm going to need this piece of vellum. Oops. And I'm going to need these 3 locks, 3 different colored locks. I love these locks, and they're nice and big, actually. I thought they'd be smaller. I had a hint of what they were going to be from a couple of images, but no key. We're not going to use any keys. And then I'm going to be using this label. And I'm going to set these on top because that's, oh, and I got my glue. Okay, so yeah, So, I mean, it has everything you need in here. And this is going to be a sideways card, I always say. People call them like hamburger or hot dog cards. I don't really know what's the difference. Oh, and I'm missing a piece. I need one more piece. I need one of these large pieces here. Okay. Oh, and there's twine too. Okay. So we'll just get started. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our hearts on the block. And To My Valentine is the first card. This is a fun card. I love the locks. Right? And remember, I'm just using my ink pad only because out of convenience, because I have it. And I'll save that little mini one as a little gift for someone later. Someone who, or sometimes when I have someone who orders a kit, but they don't have any ink, sometimes I'll throw that in as like a little bonus, you know, especially a new customer. Okay, there we go. So all we're going to do is we're going to follow the directions that it tells us, which is you're going to stamp the hearts in the corners of this trapezoidal piece. Okay. There we go. And To My Valentine on our label. Done. Cute. All right, so we're done with that. I'm going to close the ink here for a second while we're assembling. Okay. Then we're going to take some glue dots. We're going to just take a couple glue dots and pop this. I'm just going to use my tweezers for my glue dots. I often just use tweezers. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. It's been somewhat productive Saturday. I made a ton of little Valentine treats, and I just realized I need to get my Valentine. I don't send a Christmas newsletter out. I tend to send, I need one more glue dot there. I tend to send out Valentines instead because I just always forget to send out Christmas cards. And I find that sending out a Valentine was more memorable too. And I just love Valentines. So I've always loved Valentine's Day and thought it was just a fun. I love getting those little tiny paper, you know, Valentines in the box. And I don't know, I just always thought that was fun. That's probably why I like making cards so much. All right, let's see if it's straight. It's a little, no, it's straight. Okay, we'll put that down. Then for our piece of vellum, they want it to be down at the bottom here. It's going to, you want it in the same, yeah, they want it in the same, no. Let's see, yeah, okay. And so you're just gonna put a couple glue dots in the center because you don't want your glue to show. The glue will show through the vellum. So you just want to go ahead and put a couple of them in the center. They even tell you this in the directions. Because when you put the vellum outside, you see how you can see the glue through it when I hold it up to the light? You don't really want to see your glue. You know, you want it to look nice. And so you try to hide the glue when you're using vellum. And so we're going to just layer it just a little bit down here. It's not too, there we go. Just layer it. Just press it down. Then we're going to take a little bit of this twine. And this is the only thing that they tell you to, you know, they have you measure it. And the side of the paper that you get is a ruler. And they tell you to cut out this long piece. Honestly, I don't usually cut out as long as they tell me to. I find that their estimate of twine or string or ribbon is usually a little long. I feel like it's a little overestimated. So I tend to kind of just put a little bit. And this isn't even a bow. It's just a little swirl. And I've got an extra glue dot right here, so I'm going to put both right there. And what I mean by swirl is you're just going to be putting, you're just going to be letting one hold there, a loop, hold there, dot, you know, press on that little dot again. So you're not even tying a real bow. Oops. Let me get that up. You're just making two little loop-de-loops essentially. Almost like a zigzag. Oops. Oh, come on, stop twisting. I think I'm going to cut it, snip it off. Okay. See, come on, stop being fussy. I'm not even tying a bow and it's giving me a hard time. I think I need another little, gosh, why is it doing that? Sometimes you just kind of have to pull the twist out, like there's a twist that you gave it. Come on. Ugh. Oh my gosh, this is giving me the hardest time. There we go. There. Okay. I'm going to put, let's see if, oh, there we go. That glue dot worked. Oh my gosh, that was so annoying. Like, I don't know why it was so hard to get it moved. I want to trim this one, this end, just a little bit. And so it looks like a bow, but it's not actually a bow. Come on. There. No, that's not, it keeps moving it. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. Because one's supposed to be up and one's supposed to be down. Gosh, that was annoying. I wasn't even tying a bow and it gets stuck. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we take our label that we stamped and we're going to add some dimensionals to the back of it, and we're hiding the part that was underneath, you see, so we didn't even need it to be as long as it is. So I'm going to shorten it just a little bit. Shorten the loops a touch, just a touch. There we go. And so we're just going to put some dimensionals over that little area there. Actually, let's put the locks down and then we'll put this. All right. Or maybe actually you actually kind of want your, you actually want this to make sure this is centered. So I'm going to do this first actually. And then that'll help me determine where the locks go. Let's take some of these little pieces off. I always put like a few little dimensionals because I want to make sure it's solid and I want to make sure it's not going to move in transit. Let's see. Okay, good. And now we're going to add a couple dimensionals on each lock. And they overlap. So We're going to put one lock on each side at a slight angle, and then you're going to overlap the center one in here. And so they have them tucked behind. I'm trying to decide if that's what I want, or if I'm just going to have them up higher. I think I'm just going to have them up higher. I don't want them tucked behind. I don't think I want them that clustered. Maybe I do. No, that's good. So actually I'm going to do the gold one first so it can be centered. And then I'll tuck the other ones behind. Because that one is straight. And these ones are slightly angled. I don't want it on the string. There we go. To the side there. Good. Oops, that one I didn't peel off the sticker. There it is. Okay. Oh, and this one, same thing. We'll tuck it under at an angle off to the side. And so all three, there you go. There's your first card. Other than my little string fiasco, it was good. So cute little card, done. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I want to stamp a key on the inside with Fresh Freesia. I think that's cute, and I also think I'm going to stamp my envelope that way. That's where you can have some creative license with, you know, it just because they tell you what you have to do for a particular card doesn't mean you have to. You can change it up. I'm doing it for you guys that way, but sometimes I'll change up the designs because I maybe don't like it as much. And I'm going to put a key on the front and on the back. Yeah, perfect. And so there's our first card and our little envelope, which is so cute. All right, and so now we go to the next ones. We're going to be doing the next one, which is the purple. So I'm going to need to grab one of these, 2 locks, and a key. The heart lock, the pink heart, and a gold key. It shows you on the diagram which ones you're supposed to grab. Then I need to grab this circle vellum and the card base. It's the Fresh Freesia. Fresh Freesia is one of my favorite colors. I just think it's so pretty. Okay. So we go ahead and there's our card base, and see, all I did was I just looked here at this one main page tells me what I need to grab, and then the directions are on the next page, you see. So that's all I'm doing off camera here. I'm just following the directions. They want us to use a different stamp for our sentiment. Love is the key is what they want for our sentiment. So we're changing our sentiment up a little bit, but we're still going to use those hearts. They want us to stamp a couple hearts on this paper here. So they want us to do one here. And one down here. Okay. And oh, love is the key. There we go. On our little label here. Love is the key. All right, so we're done with that. Okay. Then we're going to take our circle, our vellum circle. Now you don't want to put your, you need to make sure that you put your vellum where it's going to be hidden by the locks. And the locks are going to be going here. Okay, so we're going to put one in the center, roughly, oh, like this. We're going to put one in the center and one off to the side here. I guess not exactly in the center. And they tell you where to put it. They show you. Oops. I lost my glue. And you'll just hide it. We're just hiding it. And the vellum stays with just a glue dot or two. It doesn't need a lot. And so this is going to cover our little hearts. And then I'm going to be popping all of this on dimensionals. Yeah. And so this will go here. And this one goes off to the side in the center. I love these locks. I just love them. I wonder if they'll come out. Sometimes what happens is Paper Pumpkin will be kind of like a testing site. They'll try out an image. If this set is like a really popular stamp set, many times they'll come out in the next catalog with a lock style. Not the same exact, but similar. Let me put that one next. Let me put the heart first because I don't want the heart to be off the page. Here we go. And then we're going to put this circle one lock just off at an angle. Oops, it's the other way. Good thing it didn't stick too hard to the vellum. There we go. Oh, because the lock's going to hang right there. There we go. All right. And then Love is the Key. Now that's going to be off to the side here. Under the hearts, but I'm going to put it on the vellum. Yeah. Then we're going to pop this little key. It's going to get a couple glue dots because they want the key to be hanging essentially. They want it to be touching the locks and then touching the label. Like they want it to just kind of hang down. So they put a glue dot on the end and then they put a glue dot at the top. And that way you just, you can follow their directions, but you also have to make sure that where you're going to put your key is going to match what they did. Cause just cause it's a homemade card. So I'm going to have one glue dot there. And then I want it a little higher. I don't want it to hang like straight. So I like that it's at an angle. So one glue dot there. And I think I'm going to put one glue dot at the very top here. Very top of the key. And it'll attach to the locks. One year we had a snail for Valentine's Day and like snail mail and snails. And then sure enough, in the next catalog, we had a snail in this catalog, which I thought was kind of fun. So sometimes these are like a little testing site for that. So there's our next card. Oh, and the bow. They want us to make a small bow to put on the key. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tie it because I think that'll be easier to tie it around. There we go. I'm just going to feed that thread through. I should have tied the bow first, but we're going to do it last instead. They want you to just use a glue dot to put the bow down, but I'm going to actually do it the other way. Okay, there we go. Done. Whoop. Okay, done. All right, perfect. And then I'll do a little snip. There we go. And there's our little bow. I like that it's tied around the key a little bit better than having it just glued on there. I think that looks better. So there's our card. And we'll get our envelope. And remember, I'm going to stamp these envelopes with the key. I'm going to grab the other envelope that we're going to do here in a second. I want all my envelopes to have the key stamped on it. And so actually, I'm going to do it at an angle this time. I just think that's such a fun little bonus, you know, to my card. Oh, and I didn't stamp one on the inside. I should do that real quick. There's also a lock. Let me grab the lock to show it to you guys. There's also 2 locks that are in our stamp set today. So I think I'll do the lock this time on the inside because that seems fun to just show you the difference. There's even the circular lock. Look, you can even make this circular lock, and here's the keyhole. It's going to take 2 stamps because you'd stamp the circle, then you'd have to stamp the keyhole, but that's still fun. Let me grab my heart lock and I'll stamp the inside with the little fresh freesia lock. Cute. I think I'll do this like little. This envelope's extra fancy. Cute. That looks good. So you got your little lock and your key. I just think that's cute. So that's that card. And the last card is the keyhole one that I was so excited about. It's kind of unusual. I wouldn't have thought of a keyhole. Okay. Oh, and it's got the swoosh already done. So you can take a watercolor pen that we have, and you could get this same effect on your paper, just so you know. Okay, we need this tag, and we need another lock. Or a key, I mean. And we need a little piece of vellum. It's the last piece on the page. There we go. I save these extra pieces of vellum because every so often I need a tiny piece of vellum for something, and they're perfect from the Paper Pumpkin. Okay, so we're gonna stamp a different sentiment. I'm gonna grab a block here real quick. They want us to stamp, "You hold the key to my heart." They want us to stamp that. And look, you could use this piece on another card. You could easily put this, if you have some cardstock, you could easily put this on another card and have the key inside it. Same principle, but just using different cardstock. All right, so we're gonna stamp our sentiment right here. "You hold the key to my heart." Right here on the sentiment little label. And I already stamped our thing, so super simple, this last card. This is called a bone folder, what I'm using. The bone folder just kind of burnishes the edge of your card to make sure it stays flat. Just make sure that the fold is really strong. We need to attach a couple glue dots to the back of the vellum, and we're going to put it right down here. And I'm going to put them in the center because I want that glue to be hidden, remember? So there we go. And then I'm going to pop some dimensionals on this bad boy. And we'll put that over at the bottom. And then we just do the key in the center. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Come on. All right, let's get that centered. There we go. Now, granted, you know, I'm doing this for my customers who haven't done a paper pump, you know, like who are Paper Pumpkin subscribers. But remember, you can always watch the other videos that Stampin' Up! Makes a video for every single month of their paper pumpkins. I'm going to go ahead and tie it around again, like tie a little bow around. I liked how that looked when I tied it instead of just popping a bow on it. Come on, there we go. It's all of a sudden like my fingers get so fat when I'm on the video. When I'm doing this normally, there's no issue. There we go. And then make a little bow. They recommend like 6 inches. I think I'm only using maybe 4 or 5. That's okay. Use what you need. I like the tying of the little. This key reminds me of the key that Cinderella's mice have to take. No, baby. No, not yet. No. The cat just is like, yeah, you're done with this video. All right, let me put that away. All right, and we just add a couple glue dots to the back of this key, and we're going to pop it in the center. That's it. Now you can use your Take Your Pick tool. Some people really like that large Take Your Pick tool. I just love my tweezers. And I mean, it's a handy tool. The Take Your Pick tool has some little pokey pieces and stuff that, oops. That you can use. There we go. Get it in the center. And that's our last card. These were simple cards, really simple this month, which is good. Sometimes they have some more complicated pieces and easier pieces. I like that they change it up every month. So here are our 3 cards for this month's Paper Pumpkin. I love this keyhole, but I have to say I really love all the locks. There's something about those locks. It makes me think of Paris and that bridge where they lock, you know, the heart. You know, couples will lock a, I don't know if they're allowed to do it anymore. It was illegal at one point because there was so much weight on the bridge. It was actually hurting the bridge. But I love these locks. I think that's fun. I think people have put those locks on some of the San Antonio bridges downtown too. It's become like a tradition because people have just kind of seen it online, I think, and so they start doing it. And so, yeah, so there you go. So those are our cards. And then remember, I added a few little stamps to my envelopes. I decided to add that to this envelope here. And so, yeah, so that's it for today. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, just a little fun, a fun little card set I think that's a really good one. And don't forget that you can order only if you're a subscriber. So if you want to subscribe, go to FabulousStamper.com and click on Paper Pumpkin, and you can sign up with me as your demonstrator. And you can only order these little boxes that I was showing you. These cute little, they remind me of the boxes that we get, that we get at the grocery store, with the candy in them, like the Werther's. I think it's called, not Werther's, Whitman. These remind me of those little Whitman boxes because the heart is much bigger than the little box, and so I just needed I only have the bottoms and I needed a top. So I need to get a couple tops from my friend who had given these to me. And so, yeah, but you can only get these little boxes that coordinate, and there's extra pieces for my kit. So I can take some of those extra locks, I can take some of the extra stamps, and I can, jazz this up with other things as I wanted. So, yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.